Hey guys, what's up? Sports Talk 123 here, and today I'm gonna be talking to you guys a little bit about the NFL free agent frenzy, some new MLB rumors, and a little bit about the NBA lockout. All right, so first we're starting off in the NFL, where it looks pretty certain that Donovan McNabb is going to the Vikings. It looks like the final deal is going to be a 2012 sixth-round pick and a conditional 2013 sixth-round pick. I know that the Redskins were asking for a 5 and a 7, but it looks like they're gonna end up getting rid of him for two sixes. So I mean that'll be fine. That should work out fine for them, and the Vikings get a solid veteran starting quarterback. I mean, I don't really count his last year in Washington because that team. I mean, they never had a chance. The Albert Haynesworth issues, not having a very good team. Mike Shanahan he ran things very weird this year, and that team they just never had a chance. I mean, that team was under turmoil all year, so I don't count that year. And then other than that, his last years in Philly, where he actually had a good team, those years were great. I mean, he's like 9 and 7 in the playoffs or something, and he just always has winning teams. He's always had good teams, and he's never had a running game. Now he goes to Minnesota, where he's gonna have Sidney Rice, Percy Harvin. He might be able to pick up another free agent. They've got Vasante Shenko at tight end, Adrian Peterson at running back, one of the top defenses in the league. That could be a great team this year if the defense holds together and Donovan McNabb, does his part. I mean, Brett Favre led that team to an NFC championship, and at this point in their career, I think Don McNabb can play a little bit better than Brett Favre. But I'm a Brett Favre fan. I don't hate on him. I'm fine with him. But I think Don McNabb can do a little bit better. Also, the Santonio Holmes, 5-year, $50 million deal, 24 million guaranteed. One of the biggest guaranteed contracts for a wide receiver since Larry Fitzgerald's 30 million guaranteed from Arizona. That's big news, but that also is under the new salary cap rules. It looks like the Jets aren't going to be able to sign Braylon Edwards after this because the contract they gave Santonio Holmes was just way too big. Also, it looks like Chris Johnson is going to be holding out. D'Angelo Williams just signed his new big contract. Chris Johnson's looking for more money than him, so Chris Johnson's probably going to be holding out until he gets his money. I mean, he's outplayed his contract, and he deserves more. Also, the other two big name holdouts, Frank Gore, he will probably be holding out. He wants to be paid like a top 5, top 10 running back. I mean, he's up there. He's been a workhorse for the 49ers. He deserves a big contract. He'll probably get it. And then Deshaun Jackson, the holdout for the Philadelphia Eagles, he has way outperformed his contract, being a great punt returner and dynamic deep threat wide receiver, big play wide receiver. He definitely deserves a new contract. Chris Johnson, his last year was pretty good, not as good as 2 years ago, but still a solid year. I think all those guys deserve big contracts, and they will all likely probably be getting them. Plexico Burress, he's likely to go to the Giants or Steelers. It's looking at right now. My guess would be the Pittsburgh Steelers, just because his history with the New York Giants and stuff, and how everything's been going lately. But apparently they're still one of his top places he wants to go. So be looking out for that. Also, now going to the MLB. Some fallouts from the Giants' acquisition of Carlos Beltran. It looks like there's not going to be any room for Pat Burrell or Aaron Rowand, veterans Pat Burrell and Aaron Rowand. They've been kind of just holding that team together, just giving them some power here and there, some veteran leadership and stuff, but it looks like they're going to be gone. Carlos Beltran, they need some roster space for him. So now that Carlos Beltran's in, Pat Burrell and Aaron Rowand are going to be out. Brandon Belt is going to be optioned to AAA, and Zach Wheeler will be going to the New York Mets. And now that the Phillies are not getting Carlos Beltran, the Phillies are now going after Chicago White Sox Carlos Quentin. And the White Sox are definitely looking to deal, just after that Mark Teahen Edwin Jackson trade. So, they're definitely in the trading move right now. So we'll be looking for Carlos Quentin to maybe be gone soon. Some news from LA. The Angels are definitely buyers, and the Dodgers are definitely sellers. The Indians are discussing the Dodgers about Jamie Carroll and Hiroki Kuroda, so be looking for a deal there. The Brewers are looking to the Dodgers about Jamie Carroll too, and Hiroki Kuroda is being asked about by the Yankees, Red Sox, Rangers, Tigers, and Indians. So it looks like Hiroki Kuroda will probably be on the move. Jamie Carroll would be a solid utility infielder, solid hitter for a team. Hiroki Kuroda, good starting pitcher, maybe even move him to the bullpen for some teams. It'd be pretty good. Chances of Andre Ethier being traded, not looking very good at the moment. The Red Sox, the team that looks like would most be suited for Andre Ethier, they haven't had any serious discussion with the Dodgers yet, so don't be looking for him to move anywhere. And the Angels, some people actually thought that the Angels would be heavily going after a third baseman, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. The Angels say they are more focused on acquiring relievers at this point than third basemen. And finally, a little NBA news: the NBA union, NBA and the Players Union will have their first talks on Monday. Not huge news because even when the NFL started having their first talks, it was still months and months before anything got done, and the NFL is in a lot better shape than the NBA. NBA lockout could be going on for a while, so be looking for some news there coming up soon because maybe they'll get something ironed out early, but if it doesn't happen early, it might not happen for a while. I'm looking at about November for a deal getting done. Miss some games, but not a ton. But I definitely don't think they can afford to miss those Christmas games. The games on Christmas, tons of top teams. Everybody watches those games. I'm sure they get a lot of money from those games. New York, Boston, Chicago, LA always plays in those games. Orlando, all the top teams, all the big cities, they need those games. So be looking for a lockout deal done before December is what I think. So alright guys, that's it for this episode. That's it for this sports talk episode, so be looking out for more. You guys can send me requests on if you want me to do a sports talk on a specific team. I can do that. Maybe one episode I can just talk about all one team. If you guys have a team that seems interesting or a favorite team you guys have, let me know. Like, favorite, comment, rate, subscribe this video, and let me know if you guys have any ideas or anything you want to see for upcoming videos. Alright, thanks guys. See ya.